I just was looking at the news, wrestling. I just had to put something out. You know, kind of weird. All of a sudden, WWE, you know, ever since they've inducted Sunny into that WWE Hall of Fame, had her come back a couple times. You know, 2007 at Raw, one of them Raw reunion shows, and had Sunny come back and do that Battle Royal thing, and that's practically her only time wrestling. Then they had her come back and do the Hall of Fame a couple of years after that, in 2011. Well, ever since she's even up to this point, I think she had pretty well been in trouble. I mean, it wasn't as much as it is ever since she's been in the Hall of Fame, but I'm not, my God, this woman, I looked up her age and she's only 49 years old, and she's had so many, so many criminal charges, and they've been letting this woman off the hook so much so that I don't know what to think. I mean, this woman is nowhere near what she used to look like. She used to be, at first, when the internet first come out, she was like this kind of Pamela Anderson looking type woman, or just somebody that really stood out and very pretty and all that stuff. I don't know what's happened to her in her own life or whatever, but she's really showing herself, and I'm telling you, her legacy. No wonder the WWE didn't bring her back now. I don't know why they don't just take her out of that Hall of Fame thing. Forget that they ever tried to do something like that for her. I don't know why they did in the first place. She wasn't really known for anything except for good looks, and I guess that went to her head, obviously. But 'cause she doesn't look like that now. I mean, I've seen some recent pictures of her, even, and it's nowhere near the that's what everybody, back in the day, they used to, it used to not be about, everybody getting married to one of these wrestlers coming in and all this stuff. That happens more now, but back then you had the Sunnies and the Sables and all that. Now I reckon Sable's done a lot better than Sunny has, but I still would never have put Sunny in the WWE Hall of Fame. And I certainly wouldn't put Sable in there either. If they put Sable in there, it's just another, you know, it's just awarding them for being on the TV and looking good back in their younger days. They wasn't really wrestlers. And I just don't think they belong in there. But yeah, it's weird. You see a lot of this on this. Yeah, it's the only time that Sunny woman makes any news out there. And you know, I'll tell you this: they ought to strip her of her license. They ought to give her any other chances. They ought to put her in. If they ain't gonna put her in jail for the rest of her life, they ought to put her. They ought to take her and put a lifetime house arrest thing on her or something. Have her watched. Put one of them bracelets on her or something. It's just weird you have to do this, but I mean, I'm at the point I'm tired of hearing about her making all these. They're letting her drive out on the highways. I just, found out what she was driving, a Mercedes Benz, like she needs that, like a hole in the head. And, why anybody would lend her the right to drive at this point is beyond me. We got enough problems out here just in our local area of any part of the world, you know, where I'm at, there ain't a whole lot of what I'd say drunk driving or any of that stuff going on in Decatur, Tennessee. You know, and all these other big parts of states and cities and all that stuff, that happens on a regular basis a lot. But it's getting old. And I didn't know how old she was. I hadn't paid that much attention. So I know back in 2011, well, she was 49. She's 49 now, so what would she be? 30, she'd have been 38, 37. So she'd still been in her 30s at the time when she was inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame. And like I said, she didn't look bad at the end, but you could tell. She looks a lot worse actually now than she did 12 years ago. But she definitely doesn't have that same youthful look. I like I said, I don't know. What? I'll be in there in a minute. But anyway, I'm gonna get off here. I just had to put this out there. I couldn't believe it. I'll do another video later. All right. Bye.